Bloody Alloy Reborn is an experiment in pew, pew pew pew, and pewoosh. Welcome back to Skylab-Gaming with your ironically slow host, Skylab-Gaming Crazian. And today we are taking a first look at a newly released game called Bloody Alloy Reborn. Now, Bloody Alloy Reborn is a fast-paced 2D shoot-'em-up that feels a lot like Contra, Metal Slug, or Mega Man, or kind of games of that era. It's a bit-style artwork that's based a lot off of steampunk or sort of diesel punk sort of feel. So you run around the 3 pre-built stages and you try to shoot and slash your way to the highest score possible. Now, I just want to say out front, the game is really fun. Particularly if you're a fan of fast-paced, arcadey type games. Like, it's really kind of a crazy mix of like Mega Man and Metal Slug, and it feels like it would be right at home at like an arcade cabinet or something of the sort. All that said, I have a few small gripes about this game. Now, the first point is the small amount of content. Now, there's only currently 3 levels and 9 different pieces of equipment. So you've got 3 types of guns, you've got 3 types of missiles, and then you've also got a couple different cores, or suits that change the statistics of your character. Now, the different cores being available certainly helps change up gameplay, but after you play through the stages, after you play through all the different equipment, it can get stale pretty quickly. So the third point I have, it's a very small one, but the game doesn't feel that fast at certain times. So you'll see what I'm talking about later on in the video in the second stage, but things can get absolutely crazy sometimes, like just overwhelmingly crazy. But then at other times you clear off enemies from the map and there can be these 15, 20, 30 second windows of enemies being very low in number or extremely slow to come. So it sort of takes away from the immersion of speed in the game. Now, yes, I know you can go to them, and find the enemies, but even when you're roving around the map, sometimes there's just these small times when it doesn't feel like a whole lot is going on. And like I said, it does kind of take away from the super ultra speedy, gameplay. So take note, I'm not terribly great at this game also. This is just a few things that I noticed. But despite the flaws, the game really is a blast. The art, the setting, the music, they're all top-notch. Special side note on the music, it's really a driving, electronic track. So if any of you guys are fans of, old school electronica, this is definitely a good pick for you. Anyways, I really enjoyed blasting mechanical scum while jamming out hard to this driving soundtrack. When you're surrounded, low on health, and scrambling to survive, the game really shines. You're dodging over here, you're blasting over there, and you're slicing robots like your life depends on it. And it may well. I think this game will satisfy a niche market very much. But within that market, it's really going to leave those players clamoring for more content. So, as I understand it, the game was a failed Kickstarter. So the lack of funds may have led to the current state of the game and why there's a relatively small amount of content available. So this is more of an informal look at the game than a review, really. I wanted to comment on a number of aspects in the game and objectively view it without tagging a 1 through 10 score or my more traditional pick or pass. At the base, this game is a fun and fast-paced romp of blown up robots. There may not be a whole lot more than that, but that's okay by me. This game doesn't try to be anything more than it is. I mean, like I said, Bloody Alloy Reborn is an experiment in pew, pew pew pew, and pewoosh. So, just a side note again for all you keyboard and mouse warriors out there, I did actually play this game with a controller because it felt a little more natural to me. There is sort of a 8-directional aiming in the game, which it can be good or bad. I found that with the remote, it's overall a lot easier to play, but a little more difficult to aim. So, trade-offs. I like this game overall, and I'm hoping to see a little more content in the future, but I was fairly satisfied with what is available. That said, if you want to slice, dice, and blast some robots in super slow-mo ultra stylistic fashion, then don't be afraid to pick up this game. Skylab-Gaming. What will we play next?